It's Friday, October 26th, 2007. I'm James Kotecki, and this is Playbook TV. Rudy Giuliani is getting some great press because of the mob. According to the New York Post, the recent trial of an FBI agent showed that 5 crime families of New York held a vote on whether to exterminate Giuliani in 1986, and the mayor won by a close margin. The mayor himself also noted on the Mike Gallagher radio show that when he was a U.S. attorney in the 80s, there was a contract out to kill him for $800,000, but after 5.5 years on the job, they put out another contract for only $400,000. Slacking on the job, I guess. But not every seedy criminal wants to kill Giuliani. Some have endorsed him for president. Nikki, Mr. Untouchable Barnes, and Frank Superfly Lucas have both praised Giuliani for his principles. The former mayor got an early release for Mr. Untouchable when he, the criminal, ratted out 100 drug dealers and murderers. This praise comes as a movie about them called American Gangster is due out November 2nd. Next, William Crystal in Time magazine says that Republicans might not be sunk this election season after all. Reagan in 1980, Bush in 88, and Clinton in 92 all trailed at one point by margins comparable to those facing the Republican candidates. Of course, to replicate 92, we need another Ross Perot figure, and I don't think Michael Bloomberg is eccentric enough to fill that role. Also, Crystal notes that the Democratic nominees have less experience in government than the potential Republican candidates. That may be true, but if people care so much about experience, explain to me how I got this job. Finally, the National Journal reports that in a new radio ad, Jesse Jackson Jr. is comparing Obama's campaign to the ones his father ran in the 80s. The ad is running in South Carolina and features a veiled jab at America's first black president, Bill Clinton. The basic premise: why vote for someone who just likes the black community when you can vote for someone who's actually black? Unfortunately for Jesse Jackson Sr., his blackness was probably what cost him the nomination. He lost the Wisconsin primary in 1988 because his support among white voters was much lower than the polls indicated it would be. I guess some Americans just like their black presidents to be white. Well, that's it for today's hit. Check out Politico.com/Playbook for more stories, including this question that's been on the minds of many Americans as of late. Is Stephen Colbert better than Jon Stewart? And don't worry, it's not personal, it's strictly business. Right here on Playbook TV.